KTVU political analyst Brian Sobel joins us now. And Brian, you know, your overall thought on the inaugural address first.
Well, any inauguration is a wonderful thing to witness because it's, and we saw President Obama and Michelle Obama there and the Clintons there. It's a wonderful time when everybody realizes that this country moves on and it's done in a peaceful fashion. We should be very proud of that as an American people. And the protesters, they get a chance to get out there and have their say as well. And it really says something to the world. There are a lot of places in the world where you don't have these kinds of transitions.
Brian, I'm 58, and I can't remember this country being this divided since the Vietnam War back in the 70s. Did he do anything today to bring the two sides together with his inauguration speech?
Well, Frank, to the extent that he gave a populist speech, it wasn't Republican, it wasn't Democrat, although there were criticisms of the Washington elite and politicians. It was basically across the board. One thing that you would note in that speech was not a lot of ayes, a lot of we's. And so to the extent that he tried to say as a country we can make a difference, I think that was the message he was trying to convey. Now, some people said it was the speech was dark, that's the word they used, because he talked about a lot of the problems. But that's vintage Donald Trump. That's pretty much what he's been saying all along.
That yes, we have problems and we're going to fix them, and that's what I'm going to do as the new president. Absolutely.
And the last part of that speech was really well crafted. You know, the kind of bringing home all the themes were, I think, put into that last section very nicely.
With the final line being, "Make America Great Again."
Oh, yes. Yes. Yep.
And in the latter part of that speech, Trump said, you know, whether we are black or brown or white, we all bleed the same blood of patriots. Do you think that was enough to give the American people, the half of Americans who did not vote for Trump, enough optimism with this incoming administration?
Well, I think what he was trying to say is exactly what he did say, which is we're all one people. And whether people believe that or not is the question. So from this day forward, all these folks who have great concerns about him will either have their concerns verified or debunked. And that's only going to happen through the coming days.
Brian, two more of his cabinet picks were confirmed today, the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Homeland Security. When you look at his cabinet, it is white, it is Republican, it is conservative, and in many cases, his choices are very, very wealthy. Did he miss an opportunity to try to reach out to the other side and maybe nominate a Democrat or someone of color?
That's gone on in past administrations to limited success at times. I think Donald Trump's opinion is, hey, I need to put the best people that I know into the cabinet and into these top positions and let them pursue my interest in getting things running very quickly, making change, doing all the things he promised. And so, yeah, he could have done a little more of that, Frank, but I don't know whether it would have been accepted by people as a genuine effort to reach out.
All right.
All right.
Brian, thank you.
Absolutely.
We'll see you again.